kids? Well, I have a daughter, she's 30, and my son, he's 24. And the path that my son is on is not too good. It's kind of like a carbon copy of me. I was leading him in the right direction once upon a time. And then, like I said, when the drugs came in, I kind of like branched off and left him out there. And I didn't have too much more to really do with him and stuff. And then when I come back in the picture, it was like too late. And I started running around with the guys and stuff. He's selling drugs, affiliated with gangs and carrying on. And now I'm doing drugs, he's selling drugs. I became one of his customers. I'm selling for him, he's giving it to me. And the gun I got caught up with was his gun. You know, I'm living the life he's living, which looked like he was being the role model instead of me. He was like he was the father. It's all twisted, it was all just twisted backwards.
So, people not wanting to relate to it or it to be a primary focus while they're locked up, that's kind of normal that you feel that way. But the truth of the matter is, see, and I don't know the truth, you know the truth. Just like people say, well, I'm addicted to the game. All right, well, the game you know what? 90% of the game is predicated on what? Huh? No, it ain't. Money made how, though? From trafficking. So to you say that you ain't part of it, you know what? You lying to yourself right there. Because 95% of the money that is handled through it is made on what? Some type of trafficking. So, believe it or not, it got you whether you wanted it to get you or not. Whether you ever put a joint in your mouth or not, it still took you. And it'll take you again if you don't take a look at what it's really all about. That's how it got you the first time, thinking that you knew something about it. See what I'm saying? I think that if I sell it, I'll be far enough away from it that I won't have to deal with the drama that goes with it. Am I right? Ain't that the way we look at it? That we'll position ourselves outside of them dope fiends. We'll just come into contact with them when we exchange money. But the truth of the matter is, that ain't the way it goes. If you intend on being that, I can guarantee you, not only are you gonna rub shoulders with us, you're gonna take on some of the same behaviors. And positioning yourself close to addiction a lot of times has dire consequences. If you look at the game, most of the game surrenders around trafficking. Most of the trafficking is about drugs, alcohol, and other illicit drugs. So even though you called yourself playing safe, that you're just gonna be about money, you didn't really want to get into the game, you don't like what dope is all about and stuff, all you want to do is just exchange the money, you start to take on a lot of the similarities that are associated with addiction. In other words, you start taking chances that you wouldn't take. You start doing things that you wouldn't normally do. There's no getting away or around this. It draws you into it. So even though you may have never put a joint in your mouth, when you end up locked up or suffering the consequences from addiction, you end up in the same place that the person that was using it on a regular basis does. And in actuality, it's a real powerful illness. It has a way of kind of sucking everything in that comes close to it. And a lot of us get caught up in it, and we don't want to admit the fact that that may be the issue that brought us in the first place. We say, well, when we come here, give me things to straighten my life out. All I actually need to do is straighten my life out. Well, believe it or not, if it was that simple, everybody would be able to do it. It's like trying to sweep this part of it under the rug. And when you take a look at addiction and you study it, you'll see that it's a primary illness. Anybody know what that means? What does primary mean? It comes first.